Hello, hello. Rita Jane here with Sweet Minerals Confidence. You can find me over on Facebook as Sweet Minerals Confidence with Rita Jane, RETAJAYNE. You can also find me at confidenceandchaos.com. It's a blog that I run that I have a lot of fun with. Speaking to all things confidence related and learning how to embrace our chaos. So today I come to you with a little tutorial utilizing items from the May Glam Club box. My last video uploaded is showing you all of the items in here one by one and talking about this awesome Glam Club subscription. So if you have not gotten to check that out yet, please take a moment and pop over to check that out. It is like the best subscription box service ever. Confidenceandchaos.com/Glam Club will also take you to the page where you can check out details on Glam Club and even subscribe yourself. So this is some of the stuff that was included in the May 2018 Glam Club box. If you're watching this before May 31st, midnight Eastern, you can get this exact same Glam Club box when you order yours. And then if you order after that, you'll get the next Glam Club. It's a bi-monthly subscription. So today off camera, I did my skincare. I've got my mineral foundation on and I've done my brow minerals. Everything else is just all me. It's a light foundation and my brow minerals just because I like that extra frame on my face. So this Glam Club box included a mineral liner, which we are going to use today, and 3 separate eye flavors: Buttercup, Iris, and Daisy. Cute, right? Now, I'm going to preface this by, I am going to use just these 3 together. My skin is a little darker. I use 3 in for my mineral foundation, for example. It is a tan color, neutral undertones. So I'm darker, y'all. I'm darker. I'm not as white as I sometimes sound. So these colors are colors that I might typically use as my highlighter, as one light color. For instance, I love purples. This Iris is a nice lavender color. I might use this as a highlighter normally and pair it with, say, some Frosted Orchid. So Iris as a highlight, Frosted Orchid on my lid, and then maybe some Patagonia, a darker purple, in the crease. You get where I'm going with this? I like using 3 separate colors. So that gives you an idea of how I would probably normally use this, but I'm curious. And I want to go out on a limb and try something new, and what better way to do that than with you? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use Daisy as my highlighter, and it's kind of a lighter, almost white shade. I'm going to use Buttercup on my lid, and I'm going to use Iris in my crease, and see how that works today. I'm going to play with it a little bit. And then we'll finish with some triple espresso for my liner, and we'll try out the other items in this box as well. So to get started, I have not busted open any of these. I probably should have done that while I was off video. But every single one of these comes with a sticker to show it hasn't been tampered with over the lid. And then when you open it up, there is another little sticker in here that you pop off because you can shake the loose minerals out. Pretty cool, eh? So what I do to use it is I just tap a bit into the lid. Just a little, you don't need a lot. You can always add more. And my favorite go-to eye brush, is not where I thought it was. Well then. Here it is. My favorite go-to eye brush is the blender brush. You can use anything you want. You know me, I'm a simple girl. I don't do things always the way that more makeup gurus would tell you to. I use what works for me and what makes things easy. So I stick with my blender brush 9 times out of 10, although there is an overshadow brush that is newly available that I haven't taken the time to try yet, to be honest, so that needs to get on my list. So this daisy is not going to show up super hardcore on my skin, but it might be a nice little shimmer when the light hits it just right. And you can see in the corner, even on the camera there, that it's got a little more of a shimmer than this eye that has none. So I like to do my highlight all the way down in the corner here and up along my brow. So that's where I'm using Daisy today. That's my highlight color. So when you choose 3 colors you want to use together, the lightest one is what I would apply here. So because my skin's so dark, I used quite a bit of that already, so I'm going to tap more in for my other eye. Tap it into the lid. And let's do the other eye. Loose minerals work a little different than pressed powders. You just tap them into your skin and then you blend it in. And that kind of helps it magnetize, for lack of a better word, into your skin and stay put a little better. You can also, a step that I've skipped today, apply a number of different eye primers to your lids from lash line all the way up to brow to help your eye colors stay longer, add shimmer to them, reduce shimmer, all kinds of things. So you can look into some of the eye primers for that purpose if you choose. I'm a simple gal. I do like Shimmering Lights eye primer because I like my eyeshadows to be shimmery. So when I do use it, that's typically the one I use. But I also use a little bit of foundation over my lids when I apply my foundation to the rest of my face, so that it also kind of acts as a primer. So minerals are very versatile. If you can find more than one way to use it, by all means, I am game. You know what I mean? So here's my next color. This is the Buttercup. Buttercup. I have a friend named Karen who is a Keep Collective. I don't know if they're consultants or representatives, what they're called, to be honest, but she has branded herself as Buttercup Manor, so this makes me think of her. So press it in to your lid and then blend. Press it in and then blend. My mirror's over here, so I will look over here a bit as well. Lid. There we go. And then blend. Oh, that's quite pretty. This is not a color I would normally choose for myself, but I like trying new stuff with you guys. That's really pretty, you guys. It's not bad at all. With my brown eyes, it kind of works. So I like to take the second color, the second lightest color out of the 3 we choose. In this case, we're using the 3 that's in the May Glam Club box. But I like to take that one and apply it on my lid and everywhere we did not apply the highlighter. So the highlighter is all along the inner and up along the brow. So this is all along my lid until where that highlight stops. Feel me? So I'm just making sure I've got plenty so that it pops right for the camera. I also wear glasses, so I try to apply my eye color a little bit darker than I feel is quite me, so that when I put my glasses on, it's still quite noticeable. You know what I mean? So if you wear glasses too, that's the way to do it. I could also spray my brush with a little bit of our Refresh toner, or you can dampen it with water if that's more your thing. And by applying the minerals a little bit wet, it can also give the colors a little more vibrancy if you are looking for a little extra pop than what they're giving you. Depending on the colors that you're trying and your skin tone and all that jazz. The brush you use is also a big deal. I use all Sweet Minerals stuff. They are designed to go together. I'm not saying you have to, but I am saying consider what you're using. It can be a factor in how it goes on for you. Oop. I just was not paying attention to what I'm doing and lost the end of my sticker. Here comes the top of are Iris, my favorite one, the one I'm looking forward to trying. This one I'm treating as if it was the darkest of the three. And I'm going to use this as my crease. So see where the crease of my eye is there? Just above it, along that bone, is where I'm going with this. And because it is very light, it's not going to show up a ton on my skin tone in comparison to the rest. I usually go a little more dramatic, but this is still going to be fun up next to that yellow. And has a little bit extra pop. And I think the color of dress that I'm wearing today might be fun with this too. So I'm going to look over here again where my mirror is. It's like you're hanging out in my bathroom with me, getting ready to go somewhere, you know? Hey, girlfriend. Ha ha ha. So what I like about this is that even though the color isn't as vibrant as I normally prefer for my own eye colors, you can still see how it's adding a little more definition to this eye because it's still a different shade than the other two on there. So it's still accomplishing what I want it to accomplish. You know what I mean? Very cool. Okay. We could keep going there forever. And this is definitely one I'm going to come back and play with sometime. So I still need to do a nice purple eye look with you guys at some point. So I'm done with my blender brush here now. I'm going to put that away. I want to show you something for cleanup. I use my kabuki brush to apply my dry mineral foundations. I prefer dry minerals. So when I'm done, I go along my eye straight up to the tip of my eyebrow to make sure that the color stays where it belongs. That way, if I inadvertently dribbled anywhere else, this is like my magic eraser for my face. When I do my eyebrows, I do the same thing. Up through the middle and all over, you know what I mean? So this is my magic eraser, my kabuki brush. I just buff it right back out. And it's got little remnants of my foundation still on it. So it's just subtle enough. Next, I'm pulling out my precision liner brush. I use a different brush, but the same style for my eyebrows, just to give you an idea. Also included in this Glam Club box for May was this triple espresso mineral liner. So the color is called Triple Espresso. It's a nice dark brown. It is very neutral, unassuming. It doesn't matter your skin tone or your eye color. This is a color that just about anybody, and I only say just about anybody because I always leave a qualifier. There's always that one person, right? But this is pretty universal. So our mineral liners have a little more pigmentation to them, but they can still be used as anything. It's all in the brush and how you apply it. So I could go back and use my blender brush I was just using and use it as my crease if I wanted to. Or if I ran out of my brow minerals, I could go and use it for my brows because it is a nice shade of brown. So this is Triple Espresso. I've applied some to my brush and I am just going to go along my lash line as if it were a liner, as if it were a pencil. Very cool, huh? I'm applying this dry, which is my preference. I occasionally, when I want a more bold liner look, I'll use one of our liquid liner pens, or more often than not, I will spritz my brush here with some of our Refresh toner to dampen it and then go into the minerals with it. I do line both top and bottom. This is my eye shape and my preference for my eyes. I'm going to come over to my mirror here. I do not like to pull on my lid when I'm lining this way, Plus, to be honest with you, I don't see as well out of my left eye as I do my right. So I feel like I apply my liner better once I learned how to apply it with my eyes open this way. So not only am I not tugging at my skin, which is not good for the elasticity of your skin either as you get older especially, but it also helps me have the coverage that I want. See what I mean? Pretty cool, eh? So I'm just gonna finish up this other eye real quick. Now, one of the questions I had during our live unboxing of this Glam Club box yesterday was, "Hey Rita," I'm paraphrasing of course, "Hey Rita, sometimes my liner on the lower end kind of bleeds a little bit. What do you do about that?" Mine does that sometimes too, being honest. This is that eye I don't see well out of. Take a moment, take a breath. Finish this one up. So if you are one of those people where your liner bleeds a little bit, the way around that, in my opinion, what works really well for me is, one, make sure you've used your foundation under your eyes properly, or wherever you've got that bleeding going on. It helps as a primer of sorts for this as well, to keep your color where you want your color to be, you know what I mean? So that's step one that I do. And you can use a combination of these or none at all. One of these or none at all, you know what I mean? So that's step one that I do to make sure that mine doesn't bleed. The other thing I do is, at this point, when I'm done, I do the kabuki thing again. I go back through and I kind of help it remember where it's going to stay. So I've buffed these minerals back in where they go. I wasn't bleeding too terribly bad yet, but if I were starting to, this would help reset and remind those minerals where they go. My little magic eraser. You know what I mean? Lastly, after I've got all of my eye color on and I've done my blush and my bronzer, which I'm not doing bronzer today, I am doing just a blush, which is okay, y'all. Especially in the hotter summer days, I like just being lighter, and sometimes a bronzer is a little bit too shimmery to be used as a contour, and that's how I like it. So sometimes I will do bronzer or blush because I want it to make my cheekbones stand out, you know what I mean? So I've just prepped my blush that came with our Sweet Minerals Glam Club subscription. This is Sweet Hibiscus. I have not tried this shade before. So I'm tapping some out into the lid. And for this, I'm going to use my multitasker brush. Tried and true, handy dandy. And I just tap a little bit into the lid there. I've got quite a bit on my brush, and sometimes it's frightening how much goes on, but I'm going to show you what I do. I tap it down into my brush, I smile, and I go dab, dab at the apples of my cheeks and up, and dab, dab at the apples of my cheek and up. And then I kind of do small circles all the way up to kind of help it blend. Small circles all the way up and help it blend. And then figure eight it so that there's no real obvious line. You know it fades out at some point on there, but there's no real obvious line. And then I might get rid of the last little bit along this part of my forehead, down my nose, and on my chin, places where the sun will hit, where there might naturally be a touch of extra color. You know what I mean? I do my bronzer very similarly. This is what works for me, and I like the effect that it has. Okay, so when we're done with all of those minerals, pick a mineral veil that you like. My favorite is Dream of Me. It has a little bit of a tan tint to it. I have been trying lately, though, our original veil. It looks white, and that's okay. It was intimidating at first, but I wanted to try something new again. This is our original veil. It is awesome. I use my same multitasker brush and tap it around in there, and then I do an E and a 3 on my face and just buff it in really good all over my face. Now this mineral veil is like a finishing powder or a setting powder. And what this does is it lends to the sun protection that we're always touting for our flawless face and sweet minerals. It helps with the waterproof, to give you the lasting power of when I'm showing you, hey, I was face down in a massage chair and I sweated and I took a shower and I went swimming, whatever, and my face still looks good. It's because I've topped it off with the mineral veil, most likely. It would not be nearly as good without this mineral veil. And then lastly, it will help set. So remember those bleeding liner? Squeeze it while you still got plenty of veil on there and put a good amount just underneath where you have the bleeding. You see what I mean? And you can't tell it's on. It's been buffed in a way, but it's there and it's doing its job, y'all. It's there and it's doing its job, and that's part of how you'll get it to stay put in every which way. When it comes to bleeding, when it comes to sweating, that's me. When it comes to showering or swimming or whatever it is that you want it to stick around for, the mineral veil is the way to go. That's the only product I've used here on camera with you that is not part of this Glam Club box. So what I'm going to do to finish my look real quick, I'm going to use a quick coat of our lash thickener because it's like my favorite, y'all. I find it helps my mascara go on a little bit easier. I like the way it makes my lashes feel, and I like the way the finished product looks. So while I normally prefer a one coat wonder, I am learning that I like the compromise of 2 coats. By this first coat being my lash thickener, just a bit. And I can go more dramatic on days that I need more dramatic. And the second coat, I like our Lash Splash. We also have, of course, our Herbal Lash, which is not waterproof like the Lash Splash, but certainly water resistant. And we also have our High Def mascara, which is the 2-step process with the green tea fibers and the lengthening gel. Both are great. This combo is my favorite personally, so I definitely encourage you to find the one that you like the best and go for it. But do you see what I mean? Like, so quick for it to really pop. And all I'm doing is, for me, this is 1 coat and a little shaping as I go, right? Of each. Lash thickener and Lash Splash mascara. So this, for me, on my skin tone, this Glam Club box, oops, do you see my little boo-boo right there? Watch this. Hopefully it works now that we're on camera. Remember my magic eraser? Bam! Boom! See now? Feel me? So, for this Glam Club box, it's a really nice, kind of natural look for me, I feel. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Shoot me an email, ritajane@confidenceandchaos.com. And then lastly, the last thing from this Glam Club is Guava. The Guava lip crayon. This is a full-size lip crayon. that came in the May Glam Club box. Look at how gorgeous this is. It feels heavenly on. I think all of our lip colors are quite heavenly. They're like very moisturizing feeling, you know? It smells good too. Something about the smell. A little extra definition because I like it. What do you think? That's Glam Club, you guys. We had the Daisy, Buttercup, and Iris eye flavors. We used the Triple Espresso liner, Sweet Hibiscus blush, and now the Guava lip crayon. And that's the May Glam Club box all together. The blush is like $20 retail on its own if you were to get it on its own. Guava's, ooh, tested my knowledge, either $18 or $20 for the lip crayons. I can't remember which is which. Eye flavors are $10 each on their own, and these are all full size. Same thing for the eyeliner. So you can see what an incredible value this is for just $34.95 plus taxes, of course, no additional shipping. So if you are looking for yours, go to confidenceandchaos.com/glamclub. You can get these exact products in your Glam Club box as long as you order it before midnight Eastern on May 31st. And if you order after, no worries. The next Glam Club is due in July. They usually ship around the 10th or so of the month. And you guys, it's a surprise pretty much every time. But it's always worth it. Always worth it. And as you can see, these are not colors I would typically have chosen for myself. But look. Do you see this? I'm kind of shocked. I feel beautiful. I hope I look beautiful. Does it matter? I feel beautiful. And that's what it's about. Build your confidence up. And if all it takes for you to have a little extra boost of confidence is letting yourself have this $34.95 treat every other month, girlfriend, I say do it. Like seriously, just do it. You will not regret it. And even if you do, we have a 100% money back guarantee. So let me know. Rita Jane at confidenceandchaos.com. You can also find me on Facebook and private message me, confidenceandchaos.com/glamclub to get your own Glam Club subscription box. And let me know what you think. Then come hang out with us over in Calculated Chaos Community, okay, you guys? That's on Facebook. Just hunt down calculatedchaoscommunity.com and it'll take you right to the Facebook group where you can request to join us. The more the merrier. And we have a lot of fun there, but we're also very real there. And it's such a great, empowering, inspiring group of women. So please consider joining us there as well. No Glam Club required, but you know, hey, we kind of like this there too. Anyways, until next time, thank you.